and to keep our focus on what's important. Our focus on what's important is that you're alive. You're alive, and Thanksgiving. The title of my thought today is Hello, Marcela. Hi, Marcela. The title of my thought today is to give thanks. And basically what I wanted to do is to just encourage you and say, in all things, give thanks. Give thanks unto God. Yeah, you might be fighting something, and you might be fighting bills, and things are maybe not how you want them to be. But the good thing about it is that you're alive. You're alive, and that means that that's a gift. Life is a gift. And so look at the small things. Don't just always look at the big things. I don't have this, I don't have that. Look at the small things and be thankful. Be thankful for the small things, because even the Bible says that it's the small foxes that will destroy the vine. And so, see, God wants us to be thankful. He wants us to be thankful in all things. Even the Bible declares this, be thankful in all things, because when you are thankful unto God for life, you're thankful for God that you're living, and that you hadn't missed no meals, you're not homeless, you got people that love you, and all those things. When you be thankful and you just tell God thanks, God appreciates that. He does. That's just like naturally. So when you do something for someone, and when they say thankful, when they say thank you, you feel appreciated. And so when you are giving God thanks and become thankful, what you're doing, you're making God feel appreciated. I hope this makes sense. I mean, it's just naturally. And so just be thankful, because, we're living in a day, in a season and time that we're coming up on where people are going to be really depressed. There's going to be the spirit of suicide, the spirit of loneliness, the spirit of depression, the spirit of suicide, the spirit of all type of spirit loneliness. People are going to rise into people because some people don't really have family like they once did, or maybe their loved ones have passed on. Maybe last year their mother, their father was alive, but now they're not alive. And so now, they might rehearse in their mind. They go back and remember, when I was able to celebrate Thanksgiving with mama. I was able to celebrate Christmas with mama or daddy, but they're not here no more. Now then people they begin to have the melancholy, have the molly grubs, where they become sad and alone. And so, we need to rebuke that. And even for you that you feel this way, and you're feeling sadness come upon you, you feel like you're alone, and you feel like nobody cares about you. Know that God cares about you, because you're alive. He gave you a gift, and that gift is life. And so now that he gave you the gift of life, do something with it. Speak life to other people. Do kind things to other people. But also in Thanksgiving, when you give thanks, also that means to bless others. You're thankful for what you have, and with that Thanksgiving, help other people. That's what it's all about, even with salvation, with Jesus. Jesus said, the Great Commission, now that you got Jesus, now that you know Jesus, now tell somebody else about it. Tell somebody else about what he can do. Tell somebody about his goodness. Tell somebody about how he can save. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. It's aroma, it's an appetite. That's just like if you have a good meal that you eat, and you got to tell somebody about it. And Jesus is a good meal. The Bible says, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. And he's very good. And so tell somebody about it. The fact that you have life, be thankful of it. Be thankful of it. Yeah, things are not how you think they should be. But you have to look back and look at how they used to be. You're not where you once was. And for some of you that are coming into this season where your thoughts are talking to you, and sometimes your thoughts might take advantage of you, where you become sad because your mind, you're confused. You're depressed because things are not how you think they should be. Maybe your kids, you're fighting with your kids, or maybe marriage, in a marriage situation, maybe you and your spouse are fighting. It could be anything that are not right, that's not right in your life. Be thankful. Be thankful, even though you might be angry, even though you might be fighting, but the fact that you're able to talk to them. It's time to break. It's time to break the silence. It's time to break the hurt, to break that cycle of fighting, break that cycle of bickering and complaining and finding reasons to become angry at each other. Become thankful. See, the thing about it, the fact that you're angry with someone, and if you die, if you close your eyes tonight and you don't wake up tomorrow, then hell is your destination. And so I applaud you to get it right and to break this stuff, break disagreements, and try to mend broken relationships. It's time to be thankful for what we have. It's time to be thankful for life, because he gave it to us. And see, the thing that you must realize and understand, somebody don't have this gift. Somebody didn't wake up this morning. Somebody didn't. Somebody is not going to wake up tomorrow. Somebody's not going to wake up on Christmas, Thanksgiving. But the fact that if God is merciful enough to wake you up, you should be appreciative enough to say thank you. In all things, give thanks. That's just like, and I'm getting ready to close with the 10 lepers men. My pastor talked about it Sunday. These 10 men that had leprosy. Leprosy was a condition of the nerve, it was a condition of the skin. It was a condition. It was a nerve condition. And their skin became white, and they were considered outcasts. They were considered, they eventually was going to die because of this particular condition. There are many people in this world have spiritual leprosy, emotionally, where you feel crippled, you feel isolated, you feel rejected, you feel hurt. Anything that's negative, that's taking you away from life, taking you away from being able to enjoy and celebrate life, then that's a type of spiritual leprosy. You're crippled, you're lame. Those men, they saw Jesus. They heard that Jesus was in town, and they heard Jesus, and they went to Jesus and asked Jesus to have mercy on him, to have mercy on them. And Jesus gave them one instruction: go show yourself to the priest. And in them following his instructions of going to show themselves to the priest, as they were going to show themselves to the priest, they became cleansed of their condition. But only one man turned back and said thanks, went back to Jesus and said thanks. And see, we must get to a place where we thank God. We thank God for life. We thank God for what we have. We thank God for mercy. And wherein we should not look our nose down at the next person that's struggling or dealing with what they're dealing with. But instead of talking about them, pick them up. Be kind toward them. Do good to them. Help them. And that's also a way of giving thanks. Even in this season, the Bible tells us to be careful of even strangers, of entertaining strangers, because you could be entertaining an angel unaware. There was a situation the other day at my job where this person came in homeless. She was pregnant, but she was homeless. She was doing drugs, but she was homeless. And all she asked for was a meal, something to eat. That's all she wanted. And because of the situation where we could have ran away, but we decided to give her a meal. Because she was homeless, she was struggling, and she was with child. And see, this is a season and a time of giving. The Bible tells us it's more blessed. You're more blessed to give than to receive, because God gave his only begotten son for us. And in like manner, we should do the same thing for our brother and our sister in the streets and the highways and the byways. We should reach out over the aisle of disagreement. We should reach out and help others. Swallow our pride and be a blessing. Don't just talk about what you want to do, do it. This is a season of action. That's what God is looking for. Love is not just in a word, but love is in a deed. If you love me, you're going to show me. You're going to do something to make me feel that you love me. You're going to show me kindness. Jesus said, with loving kindness have I drawn thee. And see, that's what draws people love. Your demeanor, your attitude, your spirit. Walk in a spirit of meekness. Walk in a spirit of mercy. Extend mercy. That's what David did with Saul. He could have justifiably killed Saul, because Saul was killing him, trying to kill him. Ever since he became jealous of him, that the women was crying through the streets because he killed Goliath. But the fact that David was running from him all his life, but then there came a situation where Saul was asleep and David could have killed him. But instead he said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. He knew that he belonged to God. And in like manner with other people out here, when you see people struggling, reach out a hand and help them, because they belong to God. Your brother and your sister, they might not be better off than you. They might be in a bad situation, but don't beat them down. Help them. Encourage them. Encourage them in this season. Learn how to give. And I will tell you what's going to happen. When you give to others, that same law of reciprocity, that same law of sowing and reaping, it's going to come back to you. It's going to come back to you. It's going to come back to you. I'm done. But I just want to shoot that out there and just encourage you in this season, because this is a season, this is a sensitive season where many people are going to be depressed and sad and alone. Of course, my mother's not going to be here. My dad is not going to be here. Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing in one sense, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the years that I had my mama. I'm thankful for the years that I had my daddy. I'm thankful. And one thing that cannot be taken away is the memory. That's a memory there that cannot be lost, a memory. And I'm thankful for the time that God gave me with my mother, that she can teach me with my dad, that he can teach me. And I'm thankful that God gave me kids, that I can be a blessing to them, that I can help them, my wife, my family. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for my church family. And so be grateful, because when you're grateful, God will be grateful and thankful to you. That's what praise is. Praise is giving God thanks. Praise is saying, God, I appreciate you for who you are. You are Lord. I appreciate you. And when you appreciate God, God in turn will appreciate you. I'm done. God bless you. And y'all have a good day and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm not sure if it's going to come on in the morning. I may or may not. It just depends. Just depends on what's going on. But in all things, give thanks. Bury the hatchet. Bury the hatchet. If you got something against you, get someone in your heart, bury the hatchet and get it right. If you're mad at somebody, bury the hatchet. If you're mad at some loved ones, bury the hatchet and get it right. If you're mad at your brother in Christ, your sister in Christ, you hadn't talked to them, you hadn't talked to somebody for a while because you're angry at them, and maybe they don't even know why, or they trying to explain, but you never give them a chance to explain, bury that hatchet, get it right, and be thankful. And in you being thankful, that same Thanksgiving, that thankfulness is going to return. God bless you, Natasha. Back unto you. In all things, give thanks. God bless you. This little quick thought. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.